All right, this is Jordan Mack with Country 93.1, Timmins Best Country. And I have a very special guest with me today. I'm excited to bring out over 4.5 million global streams. He was the Country Music Association Ontario Award winner for Breakthrough Artist of the Year and is one of the fastest Canadian country stars are rising. Almost been a year since his debut single, and now he's getting ready to release his EP, Somewhere in a Small Town. Please help me in welcoming Perry Sound's very own Sully Burrows. How you doing, Sully?
I'm doing great, Jordan. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, bud. I'm wonderful getting this opportunity to have a good conversation with you. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
Now, what drew you into the country music scene at such a young age? Because you started playing guitar at very, very young, right?
Yeah, I did. It was always playing around in the house and wherever I was. Perry Sound's a small town, so
Yeah.
it's obviously country music is that number one kind of style of music that's always played, and I kind of just gravitated towards it. Picked up a guitar when I was 7 or 8, and that first song I learned was Wagon Wheel, and it kind of that kind of set the tone, I'd say, and that was like just fun to kind of pick those songs. And I started singing because my guitar teacher said, if you want to learn how to play these songs, you have to sing. And I was like, oh man, like come on, I don't want to sing, but um it kind of worked out. And I'm really happy that I did start singing and stuff. And I started playing cover sets in bars and restaurants in Perry Sound, and kind of just it was what my friends listened to and what I listened to all the time. So that kind of country music was what I played more often than not.
Now, is it true with your first time you ever went on the stage, you had to have somebody kind of there with you because you were just so nervous about it? Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It was a like an arts fest at my school, and I was in grade 8, and my teacher my teacher was like, "Oh, Sully, like do you want to sing a song together for the arts fest, whatever?" And I was like, "Perfect, yeah, let's do it." And then they were like, "Oh no, like you can do it yourself. You're good." And I was like, I can't do it unless you we practice that, and that's how we practice. So we better go do that." So uh, yeah, he sang the first half of the song, and I sang the second half, and it was just like that comfort thing for sure. And then now it's nice to have the band guys with me and everything, and we're doing it together instead of just myself. So it's been nice.
There you go. Because that's the thing. You don't have to do it on your own, but you've been blowing up like no tomorrow over the last year. And what does it do
Yeah.
for you to get your name out there in the country music scene and have it take off so fast?
Yeah, it's honestly kind of surreal. It's been a bit of a hard time for me to wrap my head around everything, all the little things, the number of streams, the radio plays, the sync placements and everything on TV, and hear my song with that. And it's honestly unbelievable. I didn't think that I'd get the chance to, you know, get this far with songs I've written in a year or two. It's is just kind of insane to me. So it's pretty sweet.
That's good. Yeah, because your first single, you released that last year in October, I believe, and it was called
October
Youth.
4th.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Youth, and it was co-written with Owen Rigling. Like, what was that experience like? Knowing Owen Rigling is such a big name in the kind of Canadian country music, and he's like, "Okay, let's work together on a song," sort of thing. What was that like?
Yeah, that was kind of again mind blowing. We got connected through our parents. My family has a construction business in Perry Sound, and Owen's dad's been the insurance agent for like 15 years or something. So, we got connected through them, and we wrote that song in August of 2023. So it's a bit older now, but it was really cool for that to be my first co-write, and turn into my first single. And spending time with him, it's been great having him in my corner, and getting to call him a friend. And he's always game to give me advice with anything that I need. And that just kind of speaks to who he is as a person, and that kind of thing. But yeah, it was really honestly mind blowing to get the chance to kind of just sit down with him, and write a song, and just do the thing. So that was really cool.
Yeah, no doubt. Because ever since that song came out, Your boots are getting dirty. You've been on a touring spree. Hey, where'd you go? CMA Fest in Nashville, the CMA Ontario Sharbutt Lake Beach Bash. You did
Mhm.
Kempin Fest in my hometown of Barrie, Ontario. Boots and Hearts, Lasso Festival in Montreal, Smoke and Spurs, and Music City Festival. Plus, you got to go out to the CCMA Country Music Week in Kelowna. Like you've been just touring all over, playing your music. How great of a feeling is that getting to just bring your tunes to an audience and build up that repertoire?
It's one of the best things, honestly, when you're standing on stage and it's been crazy. Like when some of the songs first came out, they were like, there'd be a couple people in the crowd that knew the songs, and now, when we're playing, seeing people sing the words back to my song is it's pretty awesome, and honestly one of the best feelings in the world. So getting the chance to, share these songs that I've written and share all these things, it's really cool.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Let's talk about really cool. You got to hear your song get used by like the NHL and the Blue Jays, rally,
Yes.
which is just unbelievable. And you got to throw out a first pitch at a Blue Jays game.
I did get to do that. That was honestly like that was awesome. That whole experience, just like getting my song on TV, hearing it before the game and in the NHL and everything. And then getting the chance to throw the first pitch. It was kind of funny, like we just come off playing Boots and Hearts, and I was like, okay, like we're going to Montreal the next weekend. I'm just gonna take a couple days, and then I get the call. I'm like, okay, let's go do it, and that was awesome. Like just so cool to see the full stadium and stand on the field and everything, and getting the chance to throw that ball. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, because Rally Around, it is an absolutely phenomenal song. It's been getting really, really high playlists. It's starting to move its way up the charts and everything like that. And where did that song come from for you? Did you pick up on your personal life and just figure, you know what? There's a lot of great stuff that's happening in Perry Sound that I could really use this song for.
Yeah, so it's interesting because yeah, growing up in Perry Sound, Hockey Town,
Mhm.
everybody like it was kind of the thing, it was the only thing to do on a weekend. And that was kind of what the song was a bit about. And then another writer who wrote on the song, Derek Hoffman, is my producer as well, he was just at a Bills game like the day before or something, and he's like, man, I love the tailgate, Bills Mafia, everything about it, and I want to write a sports song. And we're like, okay, let's write a sports song. And it's cool to kind of draw from Perry Sound and another writer, Parker Gray, like she's from Aurelia, so kind of that same feel. And then coming from the Bills game too, like we kind of all had our own experiences and we kind of piled them all together.
Oh, well, that sounds awesome. A Bill's tailgate is definitely a good time.
I've never been, so we'll
Well,
see if I get to go out to a game
in the future, you definitely
in the
will.
future.
Now,
Yeah.
your debut EP is about to get is out somewhere in a small town. What was that whole process like? With like getting to actually be in the studios and getting to record this music? Is it as great of a time as everybody goes ahead and says it is?
Yeah, it's like I really enjoy spending time in the studio, being me and my producer get along really well, so it's not a pain. And it's always great to kind of go in, just talk about the song and look at it a little bit if there's a couple changes, or build that song together. And when we get to do that, it's pretty like a great experience for me, especially coming into my first year and not really knowing what goes on and how that is, being able to be a part of that and kind of watch what happens. There were some days where I went in and I was kind of just watching a little bit for the day. And I wasn't singing or anything, but they were putting other instruments in the songs and those things. So that whole process is really cool, just to kind of watch and understand. And but yeah, being a part of, like, writing those songs, I had the chance to write with some great writers for that whole project, and they pieced the songs together, and having that project out is really good.
That's great. Yeah, I can't. We're listening to the whole album. We're gonna get the whole album running on Country 93 for you. And since you just dropped your first EP, what can we expect to see from you in 2026? Are you gonna be doing a lot more touring and maybe another album drop? Is that what your plans are? Or
Yeah, the plan is, playing a lot more shows and throughout the year coming into 2026 for sure, and definitely some more music on the way.
oh, that's what we like to hear right there. Maybe we can try and convince you to come up here for Rock on the River for Timmins Country Night.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. I haven't been up that north, I don't think. So that'd be a good
We're
time.
a little more north than Perry Sound. Yeah, just
Yeah, yeah. Winters are a little different, eh?
just a tad. Anyway, Sully, thank you so much for stepping out and having a nice little chat with me. I really do appreciate it. And good luck to you for the rest of 2025. And can't wait to hear the new album and get to see what you have in store for your future because it is definitely looking bright as can be.
Ah, well, thanks so much, and thanks for having me. It's been great.